at it again with some more Lego Batman. So I got just about all the score multipliers, but I am not anywhere closer to finding the mini-kit or power brick detector. So I hope that I will be able to find it this time around. I'm going to skip the first level because it's a vehicle-based level, and I find those are very short. I want something with a bit more substance, a bit more meat. So I'm going to see how this works. Well, duh, this can't be a vehicle-based mission because then I'd be, well, selecting a vehicle. There's Bane flexing. It just seems like, yeah, what is Bane's story? Because I just remember in the Batman, the story was the idea that he was subjected to genetic mutation to become a strong man, and he just kind of used that power to become an assassin. Oh. Did I do this level? No, I did the hero version of this level, that's what it is. I mean, of course I'm replaying all these levels again, but I mean, recently trying to get all the free plays and whatnot. Of course. Wait. 9 out of 10 mini kits. Yeah, it looks like I might have. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. And then again, the next one is probably the museum, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, let me find out. I don't want to scour the levels looking for only 9 out of the 10, the last remaining mini kit if I don't have to. So yeah, that's the first one. Got most of them there. Harboring a grudge. Okay, so it's probably this one then. Oh, that's the driving level. Okay. In the world, you could be anybody. Well, ordinarily I'd say try to be yourself, but I want to be James Bond. And I just mean in the context of this game. Please do not hire me to be the new James Bond. I do not want to give one of my favorite franchises that kind of bad press. And on top of that, it just wouldn't make any sense. The idea that, well, an American woman, not a British man. But, yeah, I should probably just drop it there. I don't really know exactly if I'm in the minority with such viewpoints and whatnot. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you in the comments. Oh no, I killed James Bond. I don't know, it was just, I was halfway through that sentence and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Got him. Get him. Get him. Like I said, rewatching Gravity Falls, and yeah, I can definitely see why the show has gotten a lot of praise, especially seeing what it has inspired by that same French excellence. As fermented in the bottle and makes the best French champagne is vintage tastes. Sorry, it's just whenever I hear the term inspired like that, I just immediately think of Orson Welles going, oh, the French champagne, sours with celebrated for its excellence. Is it California sherry? Or something like that. I'm trying to think about, well, I think, well, there's like 3 takes of it. I'm trying to remember how else he says, oh yeah, French champagne. It's always been celebrated for its excellence. It's a California sherry. Or something like that. I probably better just stop because I'm not really sure if anybody's getting this reference. Of course, I mean, it is kind of one of those early clips of the internet, kind of like William Shatner singing Rocket Man. And of course, I need a double jumper for it. I was about to say a real girl, well, I think that is a very weird thing to say in this context. I'll show you a real read. Actually, wait, I got Bane, right? Do the back break! Yeah! I love how they put that in there! But then again, I guess it's just such an iconic thing that Bane does. We just couldn't have a game without it. Oh, right. If I remember correctly, I think I have to drive through the fence. Yep. Get the truck! So, get in the truck! Well, there goes the penguin. Alright, gonna get some free explosives. Yeah! What happened? Oh, it's supposed to do that. I did not intend for that, but hey, that's good. It's like what they said in the 50s, that would be considered a gay boner. Gay meaning happy, boner meaning mistake. A gay boner. It's just fun to say, like, because, well, in this day and age, that obviously means something very different. Okay, looks like I need 2 trucks. Okay, so that doesn't really do much of anything then. Well, James Bond, you should be doing a lot better than this. There we go. I was gonna say, why can't I fit through the columns? Is it the thick hips? Whee! Could you just imagine being like those big burly sailors and they're defeated by a guy dressed as a moth? Go! Does it go further than... Okay, no it doesn't. Thankfully I can swim! I was hoping maybe there would be something out here, but I guess it's really just for window decoration. Thank goodness I don't have to worry about the wings getting wet. What can I say? I guess I'm just thinking right back to Ben 10. Where, man, it's been quite a few years. So what is that character's name? Basically, it's like a fly that, like, throws up acid. Well, it's kind of one of those things where Ben is trying to run away as this alien, but unfortunately his wings are wet, so he's unable to take flight and whatnot. Yeah, it's a fun show, Ben 10. I'm not really sure how any of the sequels panned out. It seemed like it was about 50-50, what people were telling me, but, well, for what it's worth, I think the original show is really good. Okay, can I drive it yet? There we go. And we drive to open the door once again. Let my truck open the door. Let my truck open the door. Let my truck open the door to your heart. For any Pete Townsend fans out there. Or maybe it'd make more sense if I went the Steven Universe route. Let me drive your truck into your heart. Let me drive my truck into your heart. Let me drive your truck into your heart. I keep saying, let me drive your truck into your heart. When it's let me drive my, well, it's van in the original, but whatever. I feel like I kind of said that with the same energy as, who's the old guy in Rick and Morty? I know it's either Rick or Morty, but I forget which. Okay, so Rick is the old guy. I feel like I just kind of said that with no, whatever, Morty. Take a shower with me, Morty. We're gonna run around, you and me. I gotta wonder. Is that show still going? We kind of ran out of steam with old Justin Roiland thing and whatnot. Oh, it's a ladder. Okay. Oh, interesting. I do know that for a time that Rick and Morty was kind of developing the good show but toxic community status. I'm not sure if that's still the case and whatnot. Let's see, I think Poison Ivy can do this, right? Yeah. You're badly in love. It's these dummy thick thighs, man. That's how you do it. You play the guitar on the M.A.T.V. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Not even a minute checks for free. I guess I'm just kind of in a sing-songy mood this episode. I hope it's not too annoying. I got the power brick, yes! I have the power! Unlimited power! So is there anything else back here? I'm gonna guess you just destroy these and then that's it. Alright. I don't need that. So it looks like there is something more to this. What do we got? Ah. Bring on the penguin. Okay, so where's this gonna go? I guess I need to destroy a few things first. Okay, Batgirl, where are your bombs? There we go. Don't know what happened there. I need a double jumping character, which I'm just like, why in the world can Batgirl not double jump? I mean, she's a gymnast, for goodness sake. At least from the interpretations that I've seen of Batgirl. On top of that, that was always the rule of thumb. It's just like, hey, a female character in the Lego games, they can double jump. That's the power of estrogen. Once again, I feel like I just kind of channeled my George C. Scott. So is that really all this does? It just kind of spins it around? Not really sure what the point is. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything else to destroy. Oh, maybe that was the thing, is you get the penguin to walk around to destroy the door here, but if you're doing free play, that's kind of already done. I think I saw something in the corner here. That's nothing. It's nothing. I don't know what that was supposed to be a reference to, if anything. Anything in the water? I feel like I'm I just immediately thought back to Christopher Lee in The Last Unicorn. There they are. There they are. The mine belong to me. They, I wish I could remember the rest of the line. It's something like, they come to the surface, but they dare not come out of the water, for they know that I control the Red Bull. An underrated movie. If you haven't, I highly recommend watching The Last Unicorn. Either that or reading the book. Both are pretty good. And I love the idea that... I'm trying to figure out what it would be. I'm not really sure if it'd fall under the category of anti-fairy tale. Maybe like a fractured fairy tale, and the idea that, like... Well, there's a lot of different expectations that are subverted. I think probably one of the best lines comes from Spendrick, the magician. The way they're saying, I think it was Molly, that's just like, will this story have a happy ending? And Spendrick is like, there are no happy endings because nothing ever ends. I don't know why, there's just something that feels very deep about that. And there's probably more I could think of, but, well, I don't want to potentially spoil this movie for those of you that have not seen this masterpiece. But, yeah, The Last Unicorn. Highly recommend it. And hey, the soundtrack is done by one of my favorite bands, America. If anybody knows of that group or whatnot. But then again, maybe there's some people that might know some of the songs. I mean, if I remember correctly, I think Ninja Sex Party did a cover of the title song called The Last Unicorn. And yeah, that's why it's the title song. Okay. Let 'em up. Alright, time to destroy your fragile masculinity by having you beat up by a girl. That was the most recent episode of Gravity Falls I just saw. It was the one with the Manitors. It's kind of fun watching it now because I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember when I kind of related to Dipper, the idea that it's like, no, I want to be seen as a man's man. But now I'm just kind of like, whatever. I just want to be seen as strong, that's the main thing. Not Bane strong, but the idea that, like, I can deal with things emotionally, sometimes. But then again, that is the thing. How do you measure true strength? Is it the idea of how much you can physically throw? How much you can have mentally and emotionally have thrown at you? Or is it the ability to admit that you're not strong enough to be able to handle such things? I feel like we're kind of doing like a Wizard of Oz thing where the wizard says to the lion, you're confusing being a wimp to being smart. It really takes kind of the idea that, like, a simple person would rush into danger without thinking, but the smart person would realize that there is danger and may not rush in. However, the brave person is the one that knows the danger, but goes in anyways. Do you mind? I'm trying to romance someone here. Do you want some of this? Big boy. They all fall to pieces. They can't last for more than 2 minutes when I'm around. Yes, a barroom brawl. I love it. It's kind of interesting, is this whole circumstance just reminds me so much of Lego Pirates of the Caribbean when you're in Tortuga. I'm trying to think. I know there's been like a lot of seedy docs in Batman, but has there ever been like a full-on barroom brawl like this in a Batman property? There must have. I mean, Batman has been around for how long? Yeah, body slam. Well, that certainly explains all the pieces. Pick up the pieces. Say what? Pick up the pieces. Alright. For any of you average white band fans. And, no, that is the name of the group, is the Average White Band. Bullseye. And that's the name of their hit song, Pick Up the Pieces. However, you probably, well, for lack of a better term, picked that up already. 20, I need 5 more. That's all of them. Is there more? Wow, that marlin or swordfish is just gigantic. Look at that. I think I might as well get all of them. Alright, what do you got for me? Is it a mini kit? What is that? What the heck is that? It's a jukebox. Turn on the music. Oh. All that just to break it for another mini-kit? That is so much work for so little payoff. Which is probably how I would shortly review the first book of the Doom series. Yeah, one of these days I really gotta watch the movie because my biggest problem is Frank Herbert just spends so much time on the world building that there's not enough time for the story. So I figure in a visual medium, well, you don't have to spend hours describing the setting of the place. You can just show it. Some more things to vacuum up around here, I wonder. It's probably not enough for another 25, I'm guessing. You never know. Perhaps there's another room somewhere. There's one. Now just to figure out where the other one is. Whee! It's just something so satisfying about flying around in the bumbershoot. Which is a UK expression for an umbrella, I think. I don't know, I've heard some people describe an umbrella as a bumbershoot before. And I think there are some people that call it a brolly instead. Maybe that's more the UK interpretation. Or maybe it's like different areas. There's the Joker. That's me trying to do my best Kevin Michael Richardson impression. Ships. But you need a really deep voice to do Kevin Michael Richardson's Joker. Justice. I need to win this race. It's the regatta. Oh no! Yeah! It just explode. Just sounds like a whole bunch of sailors are like spawning in at once. That's the sound of the machine starting up again, that's what it is. It's always kind of fun seeing that kind of remote control boat situation in these Lego games, or really any game. It just makes me think back to this one amusement park I went to where, well, there were like these there was like what seemed like a fountain almost, but there were like 4 boats in there, and each one was giving like a steering wheel. You pop in like $1 or something, and it allows you to remotely control one of the little ships around the pond for like, say, 20 minutes or something. It's interesting, as I just haven't really seen that set up in real life ever again. Stud magnet, like me. I couldn't resist. I got 2 million, which means I think I can go for the next number up. But let's find out. I think I'm 1 away again. It's gotta be the penguin sub. I'm 2 away. At least I'm getting the power brick. That, to me, is more important. If I keep getting the power brick, that's one last one I have to wonder, is this one the mini kit to the power brick detector? If I can find either one of those, I've got this 100% in the bag. Right, well, let's see what we've got. Story credits, extras. 4 times score, 6 times. Oh, you need 3 million for that. 4 million, 5 million. Only 5 million for the 10 times score? Then again, I say only because by the time you get the 6 times with the 4 times, then you got 20 times score, and well, that's when the studs just become, I don't want to say worthless, but they're just, you got so much money that it's like, whatever. See if there's any interesting characters. You could just play as Bruce Wayne. Alfred. Commissioner Gordon, police officer, fishmonger. So eventually I'll probably buy all these characters, but that's when money becomes worthless. Poison Ivy Goon, Zookeeper. Yeti. What? Riddler Goon, Riddler Henchman, Penguin Goon, Penguin Henchman, an actual Penguin Henchman, Joker Goon, Joker Henchman, Clown Goon. Wonder what this one is. I'm surprised there's actually some of these that are still locked. Because I know that this one you need to get 100% of the whole game before you can unlock them, so yeah. Until next time, keep having fun.